Goody everyone, this is Dayhawk bringing to you episode 60 of Shaman King 01. Ren is down and the Yoh Yohs are overwhelmed, and I thought Horror was going to be next because a beam was directed at Horror, but all of a sudden he blocked it and he cased everybody in a block of ice. So right now Faust is trying his best to cure Ren while he is protecting both, while Chocolove and Ryu is trying to hold off the followers of Hao. And unfortunately it's not doing so good. And then we get to Hao, and he is going on his way. Hapacho is telling the story about how he was defeated, how his followers, not say betray him, but it's just like he was offering the same mumbo jumbo to his followers about humans are bad, we need to get rid of them, and will create this utopia for shamans only. But we all know it didn't work out. He was defeated, and due to the use of the 180 beads, and we get into this next cutscene where Anna is like, I mean, it's great that we're gonna use the 180 beads. The problem is, do you really think Hao will fall for the same trick again? And Yome was like, well, if that doesn't work, you and Yoh are our plan B. So in case it doesn't work, there's always you and Yoh. I'm like, okay, all right. And then we get to see Yoh, and he is approached by Team Flower, and they just go directly on attack mode. And luckily Yoh just dodges it with ease and tells the girls, hey, like, if you use your new powers that way, you're gonna tire yourself rather quickly. And they're like, wait, are you mocking us? Like, how dare you? It's just with this new power, by how we'll defeat you, and you go see him and all that stuff. And so Yoh took his Spirit of Sword back to regular size, and he's about to attack Team Flower. Meanwhile, back at the battle. No, wait, not yet. Not in the battle just yet. So Hao approaches these two pillars, which acts like some kind of gate, and it conjures 3 birds, one for each shaman. And of course, Hao one by one defeats them with ease, and then he goes on his merry way. So that was, went by pretty fast. And so then back to the battle. The Yoh Yohs are trying their best to hold Hao's followers back. Unfortunately, Ren is fading away, and the team just got beaten, and the ice is broken. Chocolove and Ryu try their best, and it looked like the followers of Hao was gonna claim their victory. Luckily, a hero stepped in and blocked their attack. And guess who this hero was? Lyserg. Lyserg came in the nick of time. Meanwhile, the fight between patch members continues, and it got to the point where they decided to finish this in one shot. And during the battle, they were trying to understand why Chrome and the other patch member, why are they doing this? And the same thing, they believe Hao is the rightful king. He's gonna remake this world as a blissful utopia, shaman only. And it's just they've just been drinking the Kool-Aid. And then so they combine their spirits together to form this canon, and that will determine who's gonna walk away and who is not. And then while Lyserk and Horo are trying to hold back the followers of Hao, Faust, Ryu, and Chocola are pouring their Furyoku into Ren, and hopefully he could react. And luckily, Lyserk is defeating them one by one, so he indeed gotten stronger. And we assumed that the Yoh Yohs will be free, scot-free, and not deal with them anymore. Unfortunately, they did a sneak attack, and instead of gunning for Horo and Lyserk, they decided to gun for the group who's trying to revive Ren. And Lyserk, at a nick of time, blocked their attack, but at the cost of himself and morphing. And so Lyserk is down for the count. Lucisto was going to give the final blow, but at the nick of time, Ren blocks the attack and takes Lyserk and just goes up top this rocky pillar, whatever, and everyone was in shock, like, really, Ren is back? And he's like, well, you really think that I will go down by the likes of you? It takes a lot more than that. And then Horo was like, do you have any idea what you put us through, you idiot? And hold on just a moment. Stupid noise. Ren was like, yeah, I know, and for that I'm sorry. And everybody's reaction was priceless. And Faust was like, wait, did I did something that causes personality change? What's going on? And so Ren with Lyserg faced all the followers of Hao as they both, trying to collide with each other. And Ren was telling them that, I know what true companions are. You don't know anything about companionship, but I have something more than that, and that is friendship. And he ends up defeating them with ease. And this cool scene, after he defeats all four of them, that everybody is running towards him, and you see Ren with a smiley face on his face. So yeah, I thought it to be very cool, and cheering on and all that. Meanwhile, Yoh defeats Team Flower, and then Silva and Kalim catches up with Yoh, and as you know, they were the last men standing. And Kareem is fine. So even though Silva's like, "Are you sure?" But like, "Don't worry, I'm cool." So all three of them catch up, and Yoh asks them like, "Where do I need to go to, to catch up with Hao?" And even they don't know. So it's all by instinct now. But unfortunately, Hao is already way ahead. And then in the last few scenes of this episode, Lizer comes to, and then we get a heartfelt speech. And to sum it up, "I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me. I don't expect you to take me back, but I hope you, forgive me." And then what's cool about, the response was, "We're not that shallow, we forgive you." And at the very end, it's like, "Let's go, Lizer. We need to catch up with Yoh." And with that response, it's like, like they forgave him. And at the end, we get to hear Lizer say, "Arigato, Mina." And they just go off together and finding Yoh. And then at the final scene, the 180 beads are finished, and Anna takes them and goes to find Yoh. And that's the end. This episode had his cool moments. Hao is ahead. Yoh defeated Team Flower. Silva and Kalim defeated Chrome. And the rest of the Yoh Yohs successfully and narrowly defeated the followers of Hao. Ren is fully revived, and Lizer is back with the Yoh Yohs, and all is forgiven. And yeah, it's pretty cool. We're heading close to the finale, guys. We're getting close. So did I miss anything, guys? Have you seen the episode for one thing? If you have, did I miss anything? What is it that you liked about this episode, or what is it that you dislike? What is it that you dislike, and what is it that you want to change? If you were the writer of this episode, and yeah, I think that's it. So give a like if you like it. Please subscribe, and I'll see you all on the other side of Oblivion. Johnny!